Hello, and welcome to the Select Board update for the meeting that happened on Wednesday, October 6th. We are doing it outside at the marathon route as we get ready for the 125th running of the Boston Marathon to pass us by. The meeting started at its usual time of 7 p.m. We had a little bit of citizens participation, and then we jumped to our consent agenda as we waited for our 7:10 appointment. At our 7:10 appointment, it was a great introduction of the Ashland Marathon runners. Each year, the BAA gives Ashland about 20 numbers that we can use to give to those who'd like to raise funds for the BAA grant program that the Select Board does. We got to meet some of those runners right here in Ashland. We have some great stories, and we look forward to sharing that with our Boston Marathon story. We then went into old and new business, and we have a recommendation from the state to go to 6 precincts rather than our current 5. We approve that as a select board. It will go through the process. Those 6 precincts will become effective in January once we go through the full process. There will also be a lot of information out so people will know if they've changed precincts, and that will certainly happen for a number of Ashland residents. From there, we discussed an open meeting law response. We had an open meeting law violation from a December meeting. It came in March, and the state has decided that it is not a valid open meeting law complaint because it was not filed in enough time. We then went into an update on inclusionary zoning. There is going to be an inclusionary zoning forum held on Monday, October 18th. That you need to register for, so please look out for that information and register and participate in that discussion. We then had an update on the special town meeting that's going to be happening on December 1st. It's a Wednesday night. We're going to be looking at a zoning article and a few other things. As we finalize them, we'll make you aware of them. We also discussed the addition of a Keno monitor at Marathon Mobile. The state had let us know that that was going to be happening. It looks like at this point it might be put on pause. The owner was with us for a few minutes at our meeting on the 6th. From there, we went into our priority project update. We started with the Rail Transit District. A lot of new information for that. UGC, United Group of Companies, is moving forward with their plans. Some of the there's been a slight appeal process on their permits, but they are still looking to move forward. From there, we talked about Trolley Brook Trail. It is almost done, and we are looking to have a ribbon cutting sometime in November for that trail. So we hope that many of you will join us for that. We then talked about the YMCA. They are looking at strategic and looking at the plans for the YMCA. You'll see a lot more push come January as they get ready to do some major fundraising once they have a preliminary design of the potential of the YMCA. I say potential, but we know it's going to be happening. From there, we talked about the dog park. Again, the dog park is also happening up on Memorial Drive. You'll see the Dunkin' Donuts, then the YMCA, then the Trolley Brook Trail, and then eventually the dog park. We are in design phase for the dog park. Once the design has been done and approved by the Stanton Foundation and our local organizations, so the Conservation Commission has to look at that. Then we can look at applying for the construction grant. Plus, the dog park committee is still in fundraising mode. They have to raise between $20,000 and $30,000 in matching funds. So if you have a dog and you're interested, make sure you check out either their website or Facebook page. From there, we talked about the downtown construction. Things are moving there. We're going to be having to go under the tracks, and that's been pushed off a little bit. And you'll see some construction working now, but they'll probably take a slight break once they hit the winter months. We talked about the public safety building in Mendez. Public safety, all you have to do is drive by it on 135, and that is moving forward very nicely and on target right now. The plan is to have it closed up before the winter, and they're on track to have it open and available come next August. Mendez School has passed its permitting in the planning board and in front of conservation. They're in the process of looking at some other things, and they are looking to hopefully have a groundbreaking come November. Route 126, again, all you got to do is drive by Route 126. A lot of the utility underground work has been done in regards to the gas work and some of the sewage. There is still some drainage issues and some other water issues that are being taken care of, and you see the big pipes as you drive on 126. The work down at the Holliston line is moving forward nicely as well. From there, we got a slight update on the Valentine project. We are working with a construction engineer to look at cabling the interior of the barn so it can stay for the winter, and then in the spring, we'll move forward with some other things. We're not going to just replace the barn and the foundation, because the barn itself, the structure of the barn, is not going to be ready for that yet. Next, we have our town manager report. There's still planning going on for ARPA funding. If you'd like, you can go to the town website and put your input and take the survey on the use of our ARPA funding. New COVID testing site happening at the Ashland train station. You can look for that. And as we're doing this, we just had the first wheelchair athletes drive by. The last thing was a Legacy Farm update stormwater use. There's been some issues. The construction happening on Legacy Farm in Hopkinton has been going into our reservoir, and we are working with the town of Hopkinton on that. And that wrapped up the meeting for Wednesday, October 6th. We ended at around 9:30. Thanks for watching the Select Board Update.